Hey, what up everyone? I'm Sunny Cool and this is Gems of War. And today it's the 8-year channelversary of the channel. Been doing this for 8 years now. Started way back in 2017 on April 30th, so it's April 30th, 2025 now. So we've been posting to YouTube for 8 years. Even Gems of War for 8 years, I think. On that day, I put out a bunch of videos, but definitely some Gems of War. So yeah, that's how long I've been playing the game too, by the way. I think I played the game probably a few months before I started making a YouTube channel. At least a few months. At least like, I don't know, at least 4 to 6 months before I started doing YouTube, I think, something like that. There's probably a place I can look up my first achievement, or I just didn't do it. But as far as YouTube goes, this is exactly our 8-year anniversary today, and I'm gonna open all vault keys the whole time. That's what I need to do anyway. We got a vault event this weekend, and I have 600 freaking vault keys, and I need to get at least some of them opened big time. So yeah, let me set the stream up here. There's not too much to do. I just want to put that thumbnail on. Save that. Let's jump into the chat and all that stuff. Boop. How's it going, Mark? Brian? I'm gonna jump into the chat. Hopefully it is on mute. Hopefully y'all can hear me though. Hit that like for the channelversary. Finger the thumb. Let's get some more people in here. Mark's here. Daniel's here. Brian's here. Alright. Let's put some stuff on a playlist. Let's tell them we're not AI. Got some tags. Tell them the game. It's Gems of War. Save that. Over here. That's on. That's good. Do that. Do this. This has been way faster since the new laptop. So you don't have to wait as long for me to set up the stream. Been way better. And I think I'm ready. That was quick, right? Alright, back to the chat. What are y'all saying? Hello, 8 years, yep. Hey, thanks, Daniel. Mark. Oh, no. Hey, thanks, Brian. I don't know if it's like a good thing or a bad thing. I was talking to Miss Cindy this morning. I'm like, I've been doing that YouTube stuff for 8 years now. Is that a good or a bad thing? I don't know. Guess consistency, keeping up with it. Daniel, I'm now less than 700 Dragonite away from Stellarix. My last dragon was in the Soul Forge. Nice. Stayed at 0? Oh no. I think it still adds to it. Even if you click it. You might have to refresh and it'll show your like or whatever. But yeah, let's get going here. Open some vault keys for an hour or two. I don't know how long. However long I feel like doing this. Ooh, we need mana. Go, so what I'm looking for, like I said, we got a vault. Hey, first one, 120 gems and 40,000 gold. So we're gonna look at every reward. So it's like, can show you what you can get from vault keys and why playing the vault event is the best thing in the game, and to be opening your vault keys and not like let them stack up. I let mine stack up a little bit. You take a couple weeks off, you kind of then I didn't open vault keys for a little bit, and I let them stack up a little bit, and that can become a thing. Like the other day, I think yesterday, I was opening my gold keys, which can also stack up. So you gotta stay on top of those as well. Some things in this game you should stay on top of. There's no reason to save them. You could think of a couple reasons, I guess, to save vault keys, like maybe if you have like every single tarot card, maybe, and then you're just missing one and it's kind of a newer one, and you want to save your vault keys because you're waiting for that tarot card to go into the drop table. But that's what we used to kind of do. These days we have vault events so often that there's really no good reason to be saving them. You should just be opening them. And a lot of the tarot cards don't do anything anyway. Orb of Ascension. Brian, joining up. Thank you so much. You are now a sinner and one with the choir. We must pray. think we're pretty close to our goal this month. You know, I can't tell yet. I did that goal the other day, and you guys met it. And, I think we're pretty close. So anything today would be, like, securing the victory, probably. I don't know if we're exactly there yet, so anything today would definitely secure or help out, or be frosting at least, but we're close. We're close. I don't know if we're there. I wouldn't bet anything on it. Wouldn't bet anything on it. Ooh, 75,000 gold. But this will show exactly why you don't really need to farm gold anymore. Like, specifically go out and make a gold farming team and do, like, explore or whatever, and with Cedric or something. Like, you don't really need to soul farm anymore with Pharaoh Cafru or whatever explore thing you're doing. Because, you know, when you're doing that, you're pretty much just doing that. Look at this, another 72,000 gold. And when you're opening vault keys, you're getting all kinds of other stuff. That's why it's so much better. It's not like, oh yeah, you got lucky and you got 70,000 gold on that key, or yeah, you had to go get that key and spend the time getting the key. And it's like, while you're getting the keys, while you're opening the keys, you're getting all this other stuff too that you actually need. If you're just only gold farming, pretty much only getting gold. Now, you might be able to, like, make it a little bit better, like, ooh, I'm getting class experience and gold and tokens, but it's never gonna be the same as opening vault keys or going after vault keys or farming verses, because that's way, way better. It's at least twice as better, twice better, whatever you want to say.
Mana surge.
At least twice as good, just sitting there gold farming or soul farming. So you'd be better served, like, okay, I'm gonna gold farm for 2 hours. Well, how about, say, hey, can I do 2 extra hours of vault event if I do this thing? Like, if you give yourself 2 extra hours of vault event instead of farming that gold for 2 hours, it'd be way more valuable.
Mana surge.
So any way you can do it, just farming the vault's the best thing you can do in the game. And we have the vault event. Look at this! Just like every single time I'm getting tons of gold, every single time. Like, I don't understand when people... I just don't get it. I don't get it. Not these days, at least. Like, you know, you can look at my channel, and 3-4 years ago, I was putting up gold farming videos with Cedric and whatever was the meta at the time. Because it was a thing that we had to do back then. But today, these days, we don't. You don't have to do that. And I've done new account playthroughs. You know, it ain't just me. Like, I've been playing for 8 years, and that's why, you know, that's why I don't need to gold farm or soul farm or whatever. But I did new account playthroughs and never farmed gold or souls or anything at all during those new account playthroughs. You know, I did like 3 different new account playthroughs, free to play, did really well, and never farmed anything except for the vault. That's what I'm telling you. Don't really look at that. 300 gems. We barely touched our vault keys yet. We already got 2 big gem drops and a bunch of gold. That's really what I'm looking for. I want a bunch of gems. You know, I'll always take gold. There's certain orbs I still could never have enough of. Extra turn, nice. I think there's a couple tarot cards I need, but I don't know if they're in the drop table yet. 5,000 gold. And then the souls, it's not exactly the same. Like, when you're opening vault keys, you're not going to get like a ton of souls. You can get them here and there, and it's still pretty good. But it's like the whole process of farming verses, of doing gaps, of then opening your vault keys. Like, in total, the amount of souls you get is pretty good to where you don't really have to soul farm as much, at least, as we used to have to soul farm. And why are we soul farming anyway, you know? Like, what are you really trying to get? Like, what costs so much souls that you want to soul farm? I don't think soul farming's much of a thing anymore. You know, we used to soul farm for Dawnbringer, but how often do you see, like, Dawnbringer being the thing that people, you know, recommend on any team for real, like, except for maybe a class event here and there? It's usually the ruby weapon or something like that instead now. So the Dawnbringer's not that desirable anymore. It's kind of just collection, something you grab. It's still pretty powerful, but like, back in the day, Dawnbringer was the best weapon for the arena and pretty much a lot of other things, but now it's just not. And, you know, you can still get it, and I would recommend getting it still, but you just don't. It's not like a super big priority to where you're gonna go out of your way to waste time soul farming for it. Like I would just get it when you can, type of thing. It's always there too. It's not like it's gonna be there and pop up. Like all the weapons for Dawnbringer are always in the Soul Forge, and then Dawnbringer's always in the Soul Forge. It's not like it's gonna pop up all of a sudden and you have to have a bunch of souls. You can just get it whenever you have enough. You can get it. There's really no. I mean, and then like just don't waste souls. Don't waste gold. Like, you know, on my new account playthroughs, I wasn't leveling every single troop I got. I wasn't going and opening gold keys, gem keys, glory keys, and then leveling every single new troop that came out of those chests. Because why? You don't really need to. You're not going to use you can only use 4 troops on a team. There's no reason to like level every single troop up that you get early game. If you don't have the souls to level it, don't do it. If you're not using that troop, don't level it. If you're not using that troop, don't trade it. You know, early game, you can't just go around doing everything fully. You get a random troop, you're not just going to level it to 20 and fully trade it for no reason early game. You kind of got to be more frugal and only do things that you're actually using. Like when I start a new account playthrough, I'm concentrating on getting goblins, which the goblins will take me to Rowan. So the only things I'm leveling and trading are goblins early game. You know, my hero class, you know, maybe a weapon that I'm going to use, and then, you know, some goblins or something. That's what I always do for my first team is goblins, which should be super early, and then you get Rowan super early too, so. Then I switch to Rowan. Once I get Rowan and like Clockwork Sphinx and like maybe Golden Cog or something, I'll switch to Rowan, and then the only troops I'm leveling and trading are Rowan and Clockwork Sphinx, and that's it. I'm not just gonna, ooh, I got a random weird troop like Peasant, and I'm gonna fully level it and trade it. Why? Eventually, of course, you get into the mid-game, and then you need, okay, now I gotta do the invasion, so I gotta level the invasion troop and trait the invasion troop, and now there's a certain restriction, and I have to level a couple things from this restriction and trade a couple things from this restriction, but it's still not like a ton to where you need to farm anything outside of the Vault event. I mean, you know, the Vault event will keep up, if you do it right, if you do the Vault event right, it'll keep up with you as far as like souls and gold and gems and all that. So there's really, like, it's a kind of a waste of time to be gold or soul farming. I don't even know if it needs to be said anymore. I think most people have wisened up, and they're not out there still doing that. Kind of be like, you know, jumping in your car and, you know, Fred Flintstone in it. When there's motors and electric motors, gas motors now, you don't go out to your car and cut a hole in the bottom and use your legs, right? You don't do that anymore. It's kind of like gold farming and soul farming. If you're still gold or soul farming, then you're Fred Flintstoning your car pretty much. 17,000 gold. We got another Vault event this weekend. We just had like 3 Vault events in the last 6 weeks or something. Like, it's been crazy. They come pretty often now. And I'm showing exactly what you can get. 15,000 gold from one fight. Yeah. That's more than you will ever get from any gold farming team. So all I'm trying to do is help when I do these things and say these things. Is I don't want you wasting your time or money or efforts or whatever. If you're going to waste time and effort, do it on the Vault event and get a bunch of Vault keys. And then you'll get gold and souls and gems. Look at that, 40,000 gold. This is a regular, I'm not opening epic Vault keys like I was like that other stream. These are just normal, regular Vault keys. 40,000 gold from one fight. Welcome to the choir, we must pray. Classics here, how's it going, dude? There you go, Brian. You started early on and didn't come back till about 2 years ago to play seriously. I never had a gold farm team or soul farm. I know when I started, I could tell that was a thing. Yeah, I mean, it was a while ago. It was a thing for sure. It definitely was a thing for sure. The Cedric and Skeleton Key and all that was a thing at a time, and so was like Pharaoh Khafru or, you know, Judge of the Dead or whatever it was, and Phylactery and all that. Like, I know the teams and I put out the videos back, but it's, you know, been pretty much since gaps and orbs. That's about when we stopped gold and soul farming, is around when orbs and gaps came into the game. Nomapaloozas and like minion orbs and glory orbs and all the orbs came in. That's about when we quit farming. There's been, and when they started putting vault events, they used to be like once every 5 weeks max, and then sometimes they're only like once every 6 weeks or once every 2 months, or nowadays they're once a month, like once every 4 weeks, and we have gaps and we have pity keys, you know? So you're guaranteed, like back when we used to do vault events, we would be happy to get like 25 vault keys because there was no gaps. You know, there wasn't Iron Hawks, there wasn't pity keys. So back in the day, the vault wasn't the way to, you know, it was still really good because vault keys could still give you really good stuff. But when vault events first came out, we were struggling to get like 25 vault keys or something. Nowadays, you could get 250 pretty easy if you just play normally. And there's people out there getting like 1,000 if, you know, playing hard. And you get awesome stuff from them. Thank you, Scott. Brian says the biggest thing from new account play to serious progression was following the channel's advice. Use those goblin teams, get your Rowan, and farm. Yeah, that's exactly right. Goblins will bring you Rowan. Rowan will bring you all those underworld troops like Queen Beatrix and King Gobtruffle and Harpy Mage and Gargoyles. And then you'll have, like, good stuff for different restrictions. I want to start another new account playthrough. They're always fun. Mountain Crusher's good. I still use it to this day, man. That's one of, like, the OG, most OG weapons ever is Mountain Crusher. Like, at one time, it was probably the best mana generator in the game, you know? And I still use it to this day. Look at that! Major Orb of Glory. Those are awesome. Nobody doesn't need that. You know it's something valuable and good when you can say, like, nobody doesn't need that. Everybody needs that right there. And I just got one, and they're really hard to get. It's from one singular vault key. When did gaps start? I don't know exactly when it was. Had to be like 2 or 3 years ago by now. Sure, I could look it up, but I usually don't guess very good at like time frames. Feels like we've been doing them for at least a couple years now, right? I would probably guess like 3 years ago, 3 years ago. 120 gems, definitely take that. Almost 8,000 gold. Chad with a two, thank you so much, bro. Neo says that dragon is just nuts in PvP. People been challenging my rabbit home for real. Nobody ain't jumping in my house. Dude, I'm using Chrysanthrax a lot this week because it has the extra 20% stats. I was using it PvP, Underspire, pretty much everything this week. Smart to use, like, this is the strongest troop in the game and it has 20% extra stats right now. Like, if you have it, you're using it this week. Trey's been a member for 59 freaking months. Thank you so much, dude. That's a long time. That's almost 5 years, right? So 12 times 5 would be 60 months. One more month and you got 5 years. Crazy. So that's about how long I've had memberships. So I've been doing the channel for 8 years. And I've had memberships for about 5 years. So I've been monetized for almost 5 years now, probably. Maybe a little bit longer than that because I didn't get memberships right away. But it's a good indicator of how long I've had memberships because Trey's been around a long time and he was one of the first members. And he's been a member for almost 60 months. And that's 5 years. So that'll show you how long we've had members. Any other channel out there have a member that's about to hit 60 months? Pretty good, right? Brian says I used Phylactery and Greed during my City of Thieves grinds. And now with the PvP Souls and Gold bonuses, it makes it better, especially if you get a Cedric loot room early. Yeah, that's true. Thank you, Trey, for the 10. Appreciate it. 126 gems, y'all. 5,000 gold. Let's go. Yeah, we got Brian out there. We got Chad out there. And we got Trey out there. And they are having a sausage party. Swinging their sausages, helicoptering them. Grilling them up. Breaking out the Playboys in the penthouse. You know, it says take that crunchy peanut hammer and crush mountains. Yeah, I know. Dude, it happens every time though, Mark. I think people just need to get more. You just need to get more. You can't get 50 vault keys and expect to get like a ton of stuff. You know? You really got to get like 100, 200, 300 vault keys. And it's the epics that really give you the great stuff. And you're going to get 1 epic vault key per every 10 vault keys. So try to get yourself at least 300 vault keys. That way you get at least 30 epics. 5,000 gold, 6 gems, and a major orb of chaos. I'll take it. Yeah, I was opening my gold keys, I think last night. Because they were stacking up like real bad. I had like... Can't even remember. I had like 16,000 or... I know it took a while to open them. I was like watching something on YouTube while I was opening my gold keys. But don't let that happen. One of those things that pretty much advice for everybody. Like there's no reason not to open your gold keys. Is there what are you saving them for? And they give you gems. If you're an in-game player, you don't scoff at them and not open them anymore because they give you gems. You know, they'll give you a couple gems here and there. I think the most I saw from one open of 200 gold keys was like 9. So you could potentially get up to 10 gems per open. It's gonna be more around like 5 per open. So if you take your gold keys and you divide it by I think like 200, that'll tell you how many opens you got. And then if you times the opens by like 5, that's about how many gems are sitting in your gold keys. It's not a lot, but it's probably a decent amount for some people out there. You have, what could you say? If you have 20,000 gold keys, and I think they're 200 a hit, right? So how many would that be? Like 100? Add 2 zeros. It's like 100 times 5. That's 500 gems sitting there. You got like 20,000 gold keys. You probably got about 500 gems sitting in those gold keys. And then glory keys do the same thing, except for it's about like 20, probably more like 10, 20 or 10 gems per with glory keys as well. So I have like a big stack of glory too. I'm trying to use a little bit of it, get some gems. And then for me, this late game, like gems, I'm going to use buying deeds, buying tokens. That way I'm not having to farm tokens. 100,000 gold from 1 vault key. Regular vault key, 100,000 gold. So mostly I'm looking for gems right now. Gems and like the orbs. Like let's go look at my, we'll go look at my unowned as well. Not sure if any of the tarot cards I can get. I think most of them are pretty new. Then while I was opening Glory last night, I got a couple new troops. I got the Qatari King and like Death Gaunt and some that I missed from something. But if I go to unowned, go base rarity. Of course, these are mythics. I think most of these are like pay. They're definitely all up for money. But I don't know how long. Like Amethyl, feels like Amethyl should be in the drop table by now, right? I'm missing these because they were pay troops. Some of them are PvP probably as well. Like Baha Mata, I think, is PvP. Which I'm not going to spend gold marks or something on a troop. Horde Mimic, that's what we're going to go after next. Now that we got all our delves done and all our classes at 100, that'll probably be what I'll go for next, is Horde Mimic. Kukulkan was PvP. Immortal Fernax is PvP. Here's another mythic. Another mythic. Got 1 Sentinel left. I've had that for a while. Just need that demonic Sentinel. I have 5 of the Sentinels. Alright, so we got the Queen of Swords. The 2 of Wands. And those two, I don't know if those two are in the drop table yet for vault keys. Because that's how you get tarot cards you're missing. Like some tarot cards are used in ingredients in the Soul Forge and some aren't. Which I don't think either one of these are used for anything. But like the Lovers is used for the wand, for example. I need this Trave. Some of these are probably PvP stuff, right? Might want to go get some of those that are just for silver marks. Alright, let's go look. What's available right now? Other? Alright, so for 15... Oh, you gotta get 150,000 VP. That's what's stopping me here. That's Treviamus. Treviamus. You deal damage to all enemies and jumble their team. If there is a storm, deal 10 more damage, then create an ice storm. Nothing too special, but if you have 150,000 VP... You could get it with silver marks, which I have 8,400 silver marks. I'd probably do it if I had 150,000 VP. But I only have 25,000 because I only do like the bare minimum every day at best. Then the mythic you definitely don't want to get because you could use the gold marks for books. But you're always going to need books for the rest of your life. And that mythic you can get later for free. Can I get a book right now? I need green. I don't have enough gold marks. Okay. 72. But that's like an example of why I'm missing a couple troops right there. So we got the Horde Mimic Mythic we're missing. We got one Sentinel we're missing. We got a bunch of PvP troops that are for gold marks and silver marks, and you have to have a ton of VP. And then a bunch of pay mythics from campaigns and stuff like that. That's like all I'm missing. Which is 4, 8, 12, 16 troops. I'm gonna go after this one next, probably. And then maybe one of these two will be available soon. I don't see myself getting 150,000 VP, so I don't know. Maybe one day when I open some keys, I'll get one of these mythics too, but most likely you're gonna have to wait until they come through the Soul Forge. Like, I'll have to remember Leonis Empire, White Helm. Ooh, White Helm. Isn't White Helm weak right now? I just don't have enough event keys. That's where my event keys go. I try for mythics, like pay mythics, and I hope that they're in the drop table. So like White Helm week comes around, and is it not White Helm week though? Isn't it like it's Nexus week. It's Nexus week. White Helm is the Legends Reborn, huh? I forgot to go over the Nexus drop table on my weekly preview, I think. Yeah, it's Nexus week. I don't think I need anything from Nexus, right? Got Leonis Empire, White Helm, Midnight, Blighted Lands, Dragon's Claw, Suncrest, Blighted Lands, but that's a Sentinel, Forest of Thorns, Magrim Woods, Drifting Sands, Karakoth, Merlantis. Nothing from the Nexus, at least. But let's get back to the Vault Keys. Vault Keys. I already opened all my epics. Got 571. If I was going to set a goal today, I'd want to get under 300. Like, even if it's 299, that way I'm making progress. Because I'm hoping this weekend I get at least 300 Vault Keys. So if I can be making at least a little progress of opening them. So whatever you're planning on getting this weekend, try to at least open that many plus some so you can start making progress, even if it's just slowly. Vault keys stacking up are like paychecks stacking up that you're not cashing. Gaps stacking up are like paychecks stacking up that you're not cashing. You have 100 freaking gaps. That's 25 hours of gameplay in your future. So you should probably do them sooner than later instead of letting them stack up. Juan with the 1 going out there joining the sausage party. Appreciate it. Crunchy peanut butter is good. Oh yeah, we was talking about train powered by sausage homies. Yeah, Crusher and Titan can still solo, you're right. Brian says the only reason to not open gold keys is if you are like me. I am no longer doing the events for those green troops like Bounty. If I wait, I can spam them after those troops drop and loot table. That's true, I guess. But you should probably just do the event. You can even just buy up in the event. You don't have to do it. You can just get the troop. That way you don't have to do that, but yeah. For most people, for 99% of people, just open your gold keys. There's no reason not to. And if they keep stacking up, you're going to regret it. Same thing as like purple orbs. You don't get anything from popping your purple orbs, but you don't want them to stack up so crazy that you can never pop them all either. 'Cause they don't go for anything. You might as well have the seals. I always save a couple just in case I'm going to take a break so I can get some guild seals, but... Scott says, I worked the first day when it was bugged and you could find banned gnomes during gaps. Yeah, me too. Me too, I was there. It was like a Thursday, remember? They did like a Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday type of vault event that time. I remember on like the Thursday, we could do it, but they fixed it like by Friday or Saturday. There was only 1 or 2 days that they let that be a thing. They realized whenever something like that's going on, and it's detrimental to the devs, they fix it so fast. But if it's just something annoying for us, like you know how right now the demon and the genie and stuff like that, you can't like exit out of it as fast as you used to be able to exit out of it. Like that's like a problem and they want to fix it, but they're waiting. They're not going to do it right now. They're going to wait until there's like an update or something. It's not important to them. It's slowing us down. We can't get as many vault keys. We can't do battles as fast. Or, you know, we can't get as many verses. Because during a gap, you don't have merchants and angels and stuff, but... Or demons and genies. But, like, when you're verse hunting, you know, if you want to just hurry up and exit out, it takes longer right now because of, it was something they did during the update. Something during the last update, they made it to where you can't cancel out of, like, merchants and demons and genies so fast. Like, I guess somebody complained. You see what happens when people complain? Ruins it for everybody. For some reason, there was the devs thought they needed to give you extra time to look at the demon and the genie and the merchant and the angel and stuff. I guess people were skipping right by it and not getting to see the offer, or, you know, they're accidentally spamming through it and not getting to see it. And I guess somebody complained or something. I don't know. I didn't know this was a problem. So now they slowed it down to where you have to, the whole thing has to load first, and then you can cancel out of it. Before you could cancel out of it like halfway through the animation or something. Now the whole thing has to load in, and then you can cancel out of it. And it slows you down. When you're like verse hunting, it slows you down big time. If you see like a genie or whatever, I don't know what I'm trying. You see any of those things and you know you don't want it and you just want to hurry up and cancel out of it, especially like genies and demons and stuff. You don't want it to take forever and have to load all the way in every single time they pop up. It sucks. So they're supposed to be fixing that and putting it back the way it was. Because it wasn't supposed to be for everything. It was supposed to be for one specific thing, and I forget what it was, but then it, like, changed all of them. Like, all the offers got changed and made slower because of one problem. Like, you know how you fix a problem? They like, you know, they're supposed to fix the door of the house, but, you know, instead they burn down the whole house. I don't know. One of those things. Throwing the baby out with the bathwater, cutting your nose off to spite your face, selling your car for gas money. They did one of those deals. Like, they fixed a problem, but they made a bunch of other problems while they were fixing it. But now they're gonna wait. You know, we can't do that unless we take the whole game down. We can't fix it unless we take the whole game down, guys. We gotta wait till the next update. We don't care that there's been a couple vault events since that update and it slowed you down. We don't care. Doesn't hurt us at all, so it's actually helping us. So we'll leave the bug in. It's helping us. But yeah, when the gaps first came out, and we were rolling gaps into the next gap, into the next gap, into the next gap, and we were getting tons of loot. They fixed that quick. They jumped out of their recliner, ran to the freaking game to fix it like the next day. They didn't wait till the next update for that one. Because it was hurting them. If it's hurting them, they'll fix it very quickly. And if it's not, and if it's helping them, they're going to leave it in for a while. And they'll act like they can't fix it till the update. They could probably fix it during reset if they really wanted to. One of the resets between... Yeah, it's been like 4 or 5 of them since the update. They could have probably done something during one of the resets, right? I don't know. Let's catch up in the chat here. Scott says, I just went through 100k gold key opens. Dude, it took forever, right? It takes a long time. That's a lot of gold keys, yeah. 100,000, so you probably got like... Okay, divide that by 200. Well, you divide it by 100, and that's, so you take 2 zeros off, and then you got like, what, 10,000? Take 2 zeros off 100,000, is it? No, that's not right. Would be 1,000. 1,000. I don't know what I'm doing. But you probably got like, at least 5,000 gems from that, huh? What's that doing with my math there? You get 5 gems for every, around 5 for every 200. So, do the math. But you probably got a lot of gems for that. I don't feel like doing math right now while I have a headset on doing a stream playing a game. 6,000 gold, 4 event keys. Let's go. And then glory keys give you even more gems. Cool. Guess what vault keys give you? Glory. Give you everything. Play the vault event right this weekend. Come on, baby. Start right now. Start right now by opening vault keys. It's your preparation. Your vault prep can start right now. Could have started already a few days ago. Could have started a week ago, 2 weeks ago. Your vault preparation. Vault preparation. Open all your vault keys. That way you have 0. That way you go harder. You don't want to feel like you're never going to be able to open all your vault keys, or then you won't get as many. Just be like, I already have like 900 vault keys. Instead of getting 300 this weekend, I'm going to get 200, because I already got like 900. If you had 0, you would go get 500 vault keys this weekend. Then you would have 1,400 instead of 1,100. Just a little mental gymnastics for some of us out there. You know, some of y'all might not be like that, but hey, 60 diamonds, progress towards a mythic or something. Next bit of vault prep you could do is get other stuff done. Get other stuff done by, you know, Friday at reset. Get your guild event done. Get your Underspire as far as you can get it. You know, have your PvP as far as you can get it. Just get stuff done. Get it all like get your story done for your Legends Reborn. Get as many things as you can done by Friday. That way you have less stuff you have to do during the vault event. If you don't get your guild event done by Friday, you're going to be doing guild event Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. If your Underspire is only on the 2nd boss or the 3rd boss, and you go into the weekend, the vault event weekend, you know, you probably should do your Underspire, because that's guaranteed loot. That's awesome. Vault keys are great, but doesn't guarantee you anything. The Underspire guarantees you stuff you actually need 100% for sure. So, the only thing I would say that you should do during the vault event would be Underspire. But you could get as much of it as possible done before the vault event, so you have less of it to do during the vault event. So yeah, guild event all the way done. Underspire as far as possible. You probably can't get it all the way done by Friday, but you can get it super close. You know, do as much PvP as you can from Monday to Thursday. That way you don't feel bad about not playing it on the weekend, or you could do a little bit less, the bare minimum on the weekend or something. But yeah, getting a lot of stuff done that way you have less stuff to do during the vault event is another part of vault prep. So open all your vault keys, and then get everything else done so you have nothing to do except for vault event on the weekend. Then the next thing you could do for vault preparation would be to check out like the kingdoms and the what has extra stats right now. Where are you gonna be? Where are you gonna be farming? Where are you gonna be verse hunting? Where are you gonna be doing your gap? Where are you gonna be doing that? What has extra stats right now? Elementals from Nexus. So you gotta find a place that doesn't have elementals, because they'll have extra stats, especially if you're using Ironhawk, who needs the enemies to have a very specific amount of durability. If they have extra stats, then they don't have that very specific amount of durability. So you gotta go somewhere else. So we gotta hurry up and find where we want to go, or, you know, ahead of time. It's nice to figure it out ahead of time, basically, where you're going to be farming, where you're not looking around on Friday morning for 20 minutes trying to decide where you're going to be sitting farming at. If you're using Rowan or Atlanta or something, if you don't have Ironhawks, it doesn't matter as much. But if you're using Ironhawks, the best thing in the game to be farming with, farming gaps and verses and vault keys and stuff. If you do have Ironhawks, that is a thing you should probably do beforehand for vault preparation, is to figure out which kingdom you're going to be sitting in the whole weekend. You're not supposed to jump around to different kingdoms. You're supposed to sit in the same one all weekend. You know, the meta, the in-game type of way to do vault keys. Like, sit there in the same kingdom all weekend with Ironhawks. Spam Explore 1. Get as many vault keys and bursts as you can. 24 gems, nothing to sneeze at. A naked selfie of Cedric. Cedric loves to snap selfies on his throne and send them to us. He has pictures of his friends too. I wish he would just send them to us. Anita with the 5 gifted. Thank you so much. You're a legend. Oh yeah, it is no longer a sausage party. Anita coming through. Guys, put away the sausage, put away the helicopters, put away the dirty magazines. No, Anita is here. Gotta get more, put up a poster of Fabio or something, you know. You can have your Pamela Anderson over there, but Anita needs a picture of Fabio. Nipple fobs. Can't just be all sausage party anymore. It's gotta be fun for everybody. Let's catch up in the chat here. Scott says I started buying more gem offers and was getting low. Yeah, it's a good thing. I feel like nobody out there should have like so many gems. It looks like a mistake to me. There's some things in this game that you would think is a flex. Like, hey, look at me, I got this much of this, or I got this much of that. And in my head, I'm thinking, it's not a flex to me. It's like, what are you doing? You know, like, to me, it's like you're a ding-dong, or whatever, you know? Like, if you have 300,000 gems, in my head, I'm like, why aren't you buying stuff? Like, what are you doing? Why aren't you buying deeds and tokens and, like, how do you have that many gems? Or if you have, like, 800 billion gold, it's like, okay, do you have all your delves done? You know, are you doing legendary tasks with your guild? You know, could you get in a better guild? Like, why do you have so much gold? If you have 80 billion gold, but you're in, like, the 200th best guild, you know, you could go join the #1 guild where they require, like, 5 million gold a week or something. So, you know, you could be in a way better guild and be getting way more legendary tasks and getting other stuff that's good for that gold. And everybody else in the guild is also giving 5 million gold, right? And you're getting all the legendary tasks, and it could give you something you actually need instead of stacking up 800 billion gold. Or, like, if you don't have your underworld done to full completion, everything on 500, you know, 95,000 renown, you could use your gold there and, like, up your horde levels and stuff and, like, make it easier and go get those done. Like, why are we stacking up 1 billion gold? It could have been used for something. There's offers, too, like, you could be buying offers. You could be buying writs with gold, and there's offers sometimes for gold that are good. It's like, I don't get it. Like, gold is kind of easier to have a bunch of and not be making a mistake. But gems, it's like, why do you have that many gems? Like, there's a lot of places you could spend gems, and, like, it costs a lot, too. Like, I think my gem stack is a little bit too high. Like, I went a little bit too long saving up gems, and now I need to spend them. I think pretty much everybody in the game should have 20,000 gems or less. Because you should be buying, once you get above a certain amount of gems, I'm talking like super in-game. Like early game, of course, save your gems. You're going to need it for stuff. Mid-game, you know, save your gems, only use it on important stuff. And you don't want to be blowing it on every offer you see. But in-game, when you have nothing else to spend your gems on, like, why are you getting 800 billion gems and not buying every offer you see? Like, you should be buying every offer you see and not have that many gems. Because you're going to need it. You're going to need every single colored book. You're going to need every single colored deed. You're going to need to gold elite every single troop in the game. So there's no reason not to buy every deed you see, every book you see, every writ you see, every token you see. And that costs a lot. So it's hard to, like, get 100 billion gems if you're buying everything you're supposed to be buying. I said I was going to catch up in the chat, then I never did. But I keep seeing stuff I want to talk about. Brian says the troops you are missing are not ones that are huge on meta teams. Right, exactly, that too. Like Horde Mimic Mythic, you're never going to use it. No one's ever used it once, ever. You know what I mean? Like, even the first person that ever got it in the world and made a couple teams for it, they never used it after that. It's like a hollow victory when you get it, probably. Mark says, every Sunday I try for the Horde Mimic for a few hours, still no luck, but I keep trying. Dude, another thing I saw on the forum, there was some dude, like, bragging about having 15 Horde Mimic Mythics. I'm like, why do you have that many, dude? Like, what are you doing? You should probably quit playing Explore if you have that many. No reason to really... I know, people, like, think they need to farm tokens, and I don't think it's a horrible thing to be doing, but why not farm PvP instead? Like, there's definitely something better you could be doing. There's no way you have enough books to do... So what are you doing at farming Explore? I know their answer is always tokens, so they can gold elite mythics for Kingdom Power, but then that's the same person not fully completing Underspire, or not grinding PvP, or not grinding Vault super hard. You know, they're not doing one of those things at least. They might grind Vault super hard and do some PvP, and then they're farming Explore 12, but they're not doing their Underspire. They're always missing something. It's like you could be doing that instead, and it's a little bit smarter than farming Explore 12 or Explore 9 or Explore 10 or whatever you're doing. Like, why do you have 15 Horde Mimic Mythics? I don't even have one. You know, some people out there don't have any, and you have 15. So how did you end up getting, like, the extra... Now, you have about 10 too many. What have you been doing? Not the right thing, obviously, because you have 15 Horde Mimic Mythics. That's pretty crazy. You'd have to do Explore 12, like, every day for a couple hours to have that many. Which is not the way to be playing anymore. If you have extra time to grind, you should be doing PvP. You can't go wrong. And I feel like if you buy every token, if you do all the Vault, if you do Vault super hard like you're supposed to, like the same way you do Explore 12 to get that many Mimics, if you would do the Vault event that way, when it comes around, and then you buy every merchant offer you see for tokens, I think you would come out about the same as farming for tokens, you know, Explore 12. And then you get all the other stuff that goes along with doing the Vault, instead of just... If you're doing Explore 12, you're literally only getting the tokens, and that's it. What else are you getting? If you're at the point in the game where you need to farm tokens, you're that high level, that you have 15 Horde Mimic Mythics, and all you need in the game is tokens, that means you don't need class experience, you don't need hero experience, you don't need trait stones. Like, what are you doing other than getting the tokens? You're literally only getting tokens right at that time. But you could be farming Vault better, doing Underspire, and farming PvP, and now all that stuff is way more valuable than just sitting there doing Explore 12, and literally the only thing you're getting is your 16th Horde Mimic Mythic, you know, level 101 on Titan, you know, level 1703 on your hero, you know, and a couple traits, your 5,000th trait stone that you don't need. Like, you're getting things that you don't need, a bunch of stuff you don't need, and then, like, maybe a token here or there that you could use to gold elite a mythic or something. If you do the Vault event and get extra Vault keys and epic Vault keys, you're getting gems that you probably need. You're getting orbs you probably need. You can never have enough gold, pretty much. Like, you're getting all kinds of stuff you need from Vault keys. Get the gold orb, the silver orb, the copper orb, the minion orb, the big one, the little one, you know. Big gem drops, big gold drops. Maybe a tarot card you don't have yet. Farming Explorer 12, you're just getting tokens and that's it. You're not getting tokens and gems. You're not getting tokens and gems and gold. You're not getting tokens and gems and gold and orbs. You're just getting tokens. That's it. So my mind, the better. I'm always looking for ways to like make all my time as valuable as possible on this game. So everything I do, I want it to be as valuable as. That's why I preach playing all the events. If you're playing the guild event, you know, you're winning a fight, you're getting rewards for the fight. You know, you're buying up in the shop and getting stuff from buying up in the shop. And then every fight you do, you're getting rewards. And then you get the overall rewards from the event, like getting the event done. So it feels like way more valuable than just going and like farming tokens in Explore 12 where all you get is tokens. If you're doing PvP a lot, you can never have enough gold marks and books and stuff like that. Like, it's never a bad idea. But I guess you can never have enough tokens either, but there's other ways to get them. There's no other way to get, like, gold marks. And the easiest way to get books in the game is via gold marks, and books are super valuable. And I feel like right now I'm going more for kingdom level than power. I don't know. See what else y'all are saying. Yeah, a lot of the troops I'm missing are like, none of them are that good. The last time I needed something that I was missing because it was really good was probably the ruby weapon. Like, I was missing the ruby weapon for like 6 to 9 months, and people were using it all the time, and I didn't have it, you know? It's probably that was the most notable thing I was missing. That was probably the best pay thing ever, was the ruby weapon. You guys think of a pay trooper weapon that was better than the ruby weapon, like where free-to-play players were annoyed that they couldn't get it because it was so good, you know? The ruby weapon, probably the best thing that was ever for money that free-to-play players couldn't get right away. So a bunch of people were using it, but all the free-to-play people couldn't use it. The ruby weapon, I think, was one of the best things. Because otherwise, you know, like the Decaying Queen and Kronos and Astaroth, and none of those are like amazing to where you feel bad because you're missing it. But the ruby weapon, I always felt kind of bad I was missing it because it's so good. Mark says, okay, that's... Yeah, I think everybody should get the Horde Mimic eventually. It's, you know, just for the achievement, just to get that monkey off your back. But see how I did pretty much everything else in the game first because it's not a huge priority for me. But I do want to get it eventually. Like, I'll check everything else off that I can get all the way done. Like, I have all my epic trials all the way done and never have to do those again. I have all my dells at 500, all my classes at 100, like, you know. So now it's like it frees up a little bit of stuff. Like, I have all my dragons. I have Crystallonyx, and or I have Chrysantherax and Stellarix and Diamantina and Zul'Goth and CT and Enraged Kurandara, and yeah. So eventually the Horde Mimic will be a priority for me, but there were so many other things that were way higher priority because I'll actually use Chrysantherax and Stellarix and Zul'Goth and CT, but I'll never ever use the Horde Mimic Mythic, so its priority was never very high for me. Same with like the Sentinels. I probably use the Sentinels more than I would ever use the Horde Mimic Mythic, but still not like a huge priority for me to get the last Sentinel I need. But I probably want to do that too one day. 120 gems, nice. We've opened 60 vault keys so far. I really need to go faster. Roxy's here. You got 4 of them? See, that's a normal amount at least, Chad. I hate when people have like 14 of them or whatever. So many mythics and yet so many are not useful. That's what I was saying the other day. I might want to do a new account playthrough where a no mythic run, you know? I will use 0 mythics. Pretty much do that anyway on my new account playthroughs, but I could put it in the title and make it a thing, and nobody will care except for me, but I like to prove you don't need mythics. Because people fixate on them super heavy. I think the longer you play and the more you learn and the better you get at the game, you start to realize that like mythics aren't the end all be all. But the more of a beginner you are, or the less you've been playing, like, you think mythics are awesome and, like, you gotta get them and you can't do anything without them, and it's like your main goal is to get a mythic. Or the more you learn, the more you play, you realize they're not the be-all, end-all, and, like, Tesla's freaking awesome, and Queen Beatrix is awesome, and Ruby Weapon's awesome, and, you know, Shagaroth and Vanaxia, and, like, there's so many things you could use that are better than some mythics out there. Rowan is better than, like, half the mythics. Commander Dawnheart's good, you know, Atlanta. You could definitely get through this game and never use a single mythic. You know, the only one I would be, you know, Iron. It would suck to not be able to use Ironhawk ever, and it would suck to not be able to use High King Irongut ever. Those would be the two I'd probably miss the most. Probably be Ironhawk 1 would be the one I'd miss the most if I was to do like a no mythic run and I couldn't use any mythics ever. Ironhawk would be number 1. Number 2 would be High King Irongut. And then number 3 would be probably Chrysantherax or Stellarix or something. But I would miss Ironhawk the most because that would cost me a bunch of resources.
Mana surge.
Because everything else is so much slower. Farm the vault. I'd probably do Atlanta or Rowan or something, but it would suck to not be able to use Ironhawk like ever. Should be everybody's goal to eventually have 3 Ironhawks. Then High King Irongut's so nice for the underworld and for the delves and stuff. Like, I use them every single deathless that I can. But it might not be he wouldn't be the end of the world. That's why Ironhawk would be 1 and High King Irongut would be 2. Because I could live without the High King Irongut. I could still do like the Truffle Shuffle Infinite Loop to do some of the deathless runs, and do like the Great Maul or something instead of High King Irongut. Still like make it through some of them deathless. Maybe do like what's his face in Turagon or something. Get through them. The main way you do deathless runs is instant kills or infinite loops. Instant kill, you either kill the enemy super fast or you never give them a turn. The best way to do deathless and underworld. Yoke the Ham is here. Thank you so much. Said happy 8-year anniversary. Brian says the only reason I could think of to save them. MJK Jets in the house. Thank you, JM Ricks. Brian says hole in their pocket and shut it down for maintenance. Hole in our pocket 5 months later, give them 10 gems. Yeah. Brian says every mistake of Gems of War, we are sorry. You get a message. Here's some tiny gem offer. Crow says Gap this Friday. Yep. Vault event this Friday. Anita's Gifteds went to... I'm way behind, I'm sorry. Went to Draka, Rockhound, Grandma, Cangrim Caldero, Misty Wrecked, and Le Juice de la Poulbelle. I know Rockhound Grandma, and I know Cangrim Caldero, of course. And it looks like Misty's from EverQuest. Cangrim says, congrats on your channel anniversary. Greetings to all you gamers. Have a fun and safe week. Thanks, dude. Scott says, congrats. Lying Larry. Yeah. Way better than Lying Larry. I used to have a dwarf priest on WoW called Dirty Larry. But I know who you're referring to. Thank you, Anita. Yoke says, I'm going on vacation starting May 20th. We are going to Charlotte, North Carolina, Charleston, South Carolina, Nashville, Tennessee, and Chicago. If anyone lives near one of those cities and has any restaurant suggestions, you could ask Tacit. I think Tacit lives in, like, one of the Carolinas, right? I don't know if he gets out too much, but pretty sure he lives in, like, one of the Carolinas, doesn't he? And that's where you're going. Jet says, tuck something under mattress. It's probably the Dirty Magazine thing. Spaghetti? That sounds good. You know a person with over 20 it's YT Flames? Dang. Chicken Alfredo sounds good. Spaghetti with chicken? I'll take it. Can Grim says the Ruby Macaque is awesome. I call it the Ruby Weapon because it's hard to say. Plus the Ruby Weapon's from Final Fantasy VII. Like, would you ever... The two things I say differently in this game. I think are way cooler ways to say the two things. So you got the ruby macaque, or however you say it. Instead of that, we say the ruby weapon. I mean, that's Final Fantasy VII. It's way cooler. It's easier to say. It's easier to just call it the ruby weapon, right? And then all the Final Fantasy VII nerds out there get the reference. Yeah. And then Volpacia instead of Volpacia. It's a wolf pack. Come on. It's a bunch of wolves. I think that those two things are fine to say the wrong way. Because it's cooler. Ground turkey? Yeah, where's your partner in crime? She probably sent me I gotta get on Discord. I haven't been on Discord in probably like 3 or 4 months. I don't even know what you guys are doing on there. You could be posting naked pictures. I don't know what you're doing. Could be posting feet pics on my Discord for all I know. Could be making a bunch of money on there posting feet pics without my consent. You gotta give me my cut at least. Come on. My Discord channel has at least over 100 people on it. Come on. Give me a cut of your feet pics or whatever's going on over there. Maybe it turned into a furry channel Discord. Maybe y'all are dressing up in animal pajamas with a butt flap. I have no idea. The teacher has not been there in a while, and the students are going wild. Sana's supposed to be taking care of it, but all of a sudden, there's just feet pics and furries everywhere. In buttless pajamas. Pajama butt flaps just open all over the place. What is going on that Discord? I'm about to check it out. Saunter back into the classroom. Slam my chair down and sit in it backwards. Guys been doing in here, throwing paper airplanes and spitballs, pulling chairs out from under each other. You must be on the wrong Discord, Lance. Yeah, it's probably just Gems of War and hopefully like notifications for my videos. 40,000 gold, everybody, let's go. Alright, we gotta get it down at least under 500. I'd love to get it down way more than that, but today is Wednesday, and I don't know how much I'm gonna be able to open in 2 days. I've done this to myself, though. You see how I give advice, and sometimes it's like, do as I say, not as I do? Because I have way too many vault keys right now. I've been a bad boy. Been a bad boy. And I stayed out past my curfew. Yeah. Got some dirt and mud on the carpet. I ate dessert before dinner. Stayed up too late. Stayed up all night being noisy. Slap in the microwave. Anybody in your house stay up too late, slap in the microwave? That's what I do. When I want to be a bad boy, I stay up too late and slap the microwave all night. Slap, slap. Warming stuff up, warming up a hot dog, slap in the microwave. That's how it sounds when it closes. It's so loud. I'm like, somebody's down there slapping the crap out of the microwave. It's my own inside joke that no one else... That's why it's not funny at all, because it's my own inside joke to myself. Those are the funniest. The funniest to your own self. No one else laughs, but it's funny to you. It's your own inside joke. Slapping the crap out of the microwave. It's my own inside joke. It's super loud, you know? Dude, everything wakes me up when I'm trying to sleep, I swear. Every night, like, so I got my chair, and I'm usually watching YouTube and using the laptop. Sometimes I work a little bit late. I'll be playing EverQuest, killing something every 20 minutes, and then, like, in between, you know, I have 20 minutes before it comes back. So, I'll be, like, working for a little bit, and then I'll come back, kill my thing, I'll watch a little YouTube, I'll go do a little work, I'll kill my thing, I'll watch a little YouTube, I'll do my work. Eventually I'll get tired and I'll get off the game and I'll stop working, and then I'm just watching YouTube. Then I'm in my chair. My chair's freaking loud, first of all. If you listen. Wait. Especially when it's super late. Listen. So it's like super late. And Mrs. Henny's sleeping. And this chair's like freaking loud. I can't get it to be like super loud right now, but you probably heard it. That's number one. Minefield. Don't wake her up. Don't wake up the beast. Don't wake up the beast. Cause I'm a beast too, and if you wake me up, anybody else out there like that, you get woke up. One time I punched a kid in the face because he woke me up like that. When I was a kid, having a sleepover. Went to my friend's house, had a sleepover. Some other kid that I wasn't like super good friends with. He was like just kind of a friend. He's the friend of the friend. So I went to my friend's house. He had another friend over. You know, it's kind of like competition, kind of, you know? He's just kind of my friend. I went to my friend's house. He had another friend over. We were having a sleepover, right? Played like video games all night. We're probably like 11 years old or something. I don't know. Maybe 12. And all of a sudden, I'm sleeping. I was asleep. Something hits me in the face. Wakes me up. Turns out that kid threw like a chip or a pretzel at me, and it hits me right in the bridge of the nose while I'm sleeping. Hits me right in the freaking face while I'm sleeping. Wakes me up. I'm conscious enough to know that I just got hit in the face. That's about it. I don't even know where I'm at. All I know is I was sleeping and I just got hit in the face. You know? So I jump up. Run across the room. The kid's laughing too, so I know it was him, right? He's laughing, so I run across the room and I just start punching him. Start punching him. Like, oh, you want to hit me in the face? Well, here you go. And that was before I could even, like, realize I was alive or on Earth. Because I was asleep. Pretty much slept, ran over, and punched him in the face. And then I, like, apologized after. I was like, oh, I'm sorry, bro. It's half asleep. That's what you get for throwing something in my face while I'm sleeping. Like, I don't even know what I'm doing. I felt bad after it. I was like, sorry, man. I didn't mean to, like, give you a bloody nose or whatever. But you, like, woke me up by throwing a pretzel at my face. So what do you expect? When somebody's half asleep and they wake up out of nowhere getting hit in the face. They're gonna go hard. They're gonna wake up swinging, helicoptering. So that's what I'm thinking when I'm sitting here in my chair super loud and Mrs. Senny's sleeping, like, 10 feet away. And then I have to get in the bed, and there's like a spring that's super loud, and I have to try to avoid the spring. The spring's like boing. Try to get in the bed, it's like boing. Like Beavis and Butthead getting a boner. That's how loud it is, like Beavis and Butthead getting a boner. That's how loud it is. So I have to avoid that too, and then like go to the bathroom. One thing that girls don't know, when guys take a leak and they're trying to be quiet, they like pee on the side and not in the water. So you gotta do that too. So you don't want to wake anybody up, right? Like I don't want all the kids awake because I got a jet stream going into the water, waking everybody up. You pee on the side where the rubber meets the road. Pee on the side where the rubber meets the road, you know. Of course, you lift the seat. You're half asleep, though, so you don't lift the seat, and then you get in a fight the next day about there being pee all over the seat. That's because you're half asleep. That's what I say. I say, I always lift the seat. She's like, well, last night, what about at 4:15 a.m.? What about then? I'm like, I don't know, dude. I was half asleep. Maybe. I don't know. Like, I'm not gonna bet my life on it. Maybe I peed all over the seat. I could have been half asleep. You talking about at 4 in the morning when I don't even know I'm alive and I'm going to take a leak? Yeah, maybe. Like, I'm not 100%. Like, 99.9% of the time, I lift the seat. I lift the seat up. I'm not trying to pee all over it. I'm not just, like, doing circles, peeing on the seat. I don't want to. Trying not to. I don't just pee on the lid of the toilet with the toilet lid down. Like, that'd be mean. I close the toilet and then pee. That's what I'm going to do next time. Next time you complain, I'm going to close the whole toilet and then just pee on the lid. How about that? I'm not even going to try. I'm going to close the whole toilet, pee on the lid, and then flush it. There's nothing to flush. Because 99.9% of the time, I lift it. And I'm nice, and I pee on the side where the rubber meets the road. That way you don't hear the jet stream going into the water. You know what I mean? You guys know what I'm talking about. Like, ladies, you can't aim your pee to the side like we can. Yeah. We got superpowers. We can aim to the side and be quiet. We can be stealth peers. Put on the silencer. Just hook it on. Just hook on the silencer before you pee. Hook it on. Hook on the silencer before you go. That's another way you can wake people up. Turn fan on, flush toilet, pee in the jet stream. And then, you know, the spring in the bed that's like... But then, what this is all leading up to, because you know how I do. I like to rant and rave and ramble and talk about every little thing. Slapping the crap out of the microwave. Bang! Bang! Slapping the crap out of it. All night. Slapping the shit out of that microwave all night, dude. It's just like, BAM! Cooking some Hot Pockets. Cooking some chicken nuggets, some dino nuggets. Cooking some hot dogs. That's how teenagers are, dude. They just eat all night and all day, and slapping the shit out of the microwave all night. Wakes you up so loud. And when I'm down there trying to close it, I like try to close it quietly, and you still can't. So I get it. I definitely get it. Like, I try to do it. I do it as slow as I can. It's still like, BAM! Like, slap the shit. Every time it closes, it sounds like a gunshot going off through the whole house. That can wake you up. And then every time Miss Cindy gets out of bed, I pretty much wake up. I never get a freaking full night's sleep, I swear. It's either somebody slapping the crap out of the microwave, or she gets out of bed 5 times, or I gotta pee. Or like the doors. The doors are loud too. It's like, I gotta get some WD-40 or something. Get some pimp juice for those doors. Give me some pimp juice for them doors. Why don't you just put some WD-40 on it? Because I don't really care except for in the middle of the night. That's why. And I don't have any. If I had some just sitting right here, I'd put it on the door. If it happened in the middle of the night, woke me up, and I had some I have my bedside. It's in my, just like, you know, it's right there. Duh. Just put some WD-40 on it, idiot. Well, okay, I'll grab it off my nightstand with my butt flap open on my pajamas and go spray it on the door, because that's the only time I actually give a crap. Let me take your WD-40 off of your nightstand and send it to me. Okay, and then I'll put it on my nightstand, right? And then when the door is squeaky, a little bit squeaky in the middle of the night when it's super quiet, and like every other time you can't really hear it because it's the middle of the day and there's other noises going on, it's really not that bad. But in the middle of the night when it's like the only noise, and it's like, and it wakes you up, that's the only time you think about it. So that's why you don't have WD-40 on your nightstand with your pajamas on, your butt flap open, while you spray it. Let's put WD-40 on it, bro. That's what I like to call a Dwight solution. Dwight's always telling you how to do stuff after the fact when you don't need it. You know what I would have done? You know what I would have done, of course, now that you're already done. Now that you don't need it no more and you're already done doing it the way that you did it, you know what I would have did? That's a Dwight. That's Dwight right there, telling you how to do something when you're already done. And it doesn't help you at all, because you're never going to do it again. You know, he tells you what he would have done. Tells you exactly what he would have done in that situation that's never going to come up again. So you can't even learn anything and use it next time, because it's like a random weird situation. You know what I would have did? Could have used my power tools. He comes out. You're doing something. You're like building a crate that you're never going to have to build a crate again or something. So you're building it using like a hammer and a screwdriver, and you go ask somebody if they got this. You go ask somebody if they got that. You're building your crate, and then out comes old Dwight, and he's watching you do it. You know, you're just getting started. You're getting everything together. You're starting to screw stuff together, hammer stuff. He goes out to take a smoke, looking at you. Goes back in. You're out there hammering, putting stuff together, doing stuff. You got about halfway done. He comes out there, asks you a question about something else. You know, hey, did you do this or that? Yeah, I did it. You gonna do this later? Yeah, I'm gonna do that. Look, your crate's coming along. Crate's coming along, isn't it? Yeah, it's coming along. Getting it done. Be done. When's it gonna be done? Be done a little bit. All right. Goes back in his office. You're almost done. You got like putting the last nail in. Done. He comes out there. He's like, you know what I would have done? You know what I would have did? Now that you're one hammer stroke away from being done, I probably would have just used all my power tools in there that I got. You know, you could have asked me for my power tools. You know, I would have used my power tools on that. You know, that's what I would have did. I would have used all these power tools I got right here. You want them? Here they are right here. You want them? Here's all these power tools right here. I would have done that. I would have used these. Thank you so much, you know. Thanks for telling me when I'm already done that you would have used your power tools. You heard me in the office asking other people, you know. You came out here 3 times in different stages of completion. You know, you could have offered them then, but you decide to offer them when I'm already all the way done. And then you tell me like, oh, and you know, by the way, if you would have did this instead of that, you could have got it done way faster. And if you would have did this instead of that, you could have got it, you know, next time. There's never going to be a next time, dummy. It's like a special thing. Why don't you tell me that a long time ago? You're no help. Tell me what you would have done, sir. I hate that. Alright. Who's slapping the microwave? Some new cynical lore, slapping the microwave. Alright, we got 120 gems, 10,000 gold, pretty good. Let's keep it moving. Divinian Fields for the next Gems of War. Yeah, for next Guild Wars. Yep. Divinian Fields. So who are we going to use? You guys want to take a look? Let's take a look after this. Divinian Fields. Let's take a look. Let's take a sneak a peep. Let's put a hole in the ceiling and look down in the shower at Divinian Fields. Let's be a Frogger, and we'll drill a hole in the ceiling and look down in the potty at somebody peeing on where the rubber meets the road. About Divinian Fields. Clear the filter and look up Divinian Fields. It's gonna be the next Guild Wars restriction. Let's do base rarity. This is like a super duper spoiler because this is not for like a few weeks, right? Daniel says I need the weapon from Blighted Lands, then I can craft the ruby weapon. Nice. There's one more to go. Archdukey, yeah. Nipple Fobs is a Sagittarian. Crow says, what's the best use of Dragonite? Gem Dragon Eggs, Cosmic Dragon Eggs, Floral Dragon Eggs, until I get how many dragons? Alright, so Dragonite, the best usage of it, first thing I would ask is like how many you have of each dragon. How far along are you? If you have 5 out of the 6 for Diamantina, I would tell you to go for Diamantina. Just keep going for it because you're so close. If you had like 4 out of the 6 for Stellarix, I'd probably tell you to keep going for Stellarix. If you only had like 3, I'd probably say switch to the Floral Dragons and get... because Chrysantherax is the best one right now. So depending on how close you are on the other 2, I'd say Floral Eggs are the highest priority at the moment. But if you're like one hair, you're just a hair away from, a nipple hair away from like Diamantina or Stellarix, you should probably just keep going until you get it. Because Stellarix is only a little bit weaker than Chrysantherax. You're not going to be... It's like kind of like having 2 Ironhawks instead of 3 Ironhawks. You know? Chrysantherax is definitely better and definitely hits harder. but the difference between like Chrysantherax and Stellaryx is the difference between having 3 Ironhawks or having 2 Ironhawks, kind of. It's like similar. Diamantina's still really good, so if you're like super close and you're almost there, like keep going till you get it. Don't like completely switch. You don't want to get 5 eggs for Diamantina and then 5 eggs for Stellaryx and then switch to Chrysantherax. Like, it all depends how close you are, but yeah, the highest priority is probably floral eggs right now. If you're not close on any of them. Hopefully that answered your question. If not, I'll keep reading the chat. Ruby mac and cheese. That's pretty good. Ruby weapon boss fight still gives me nightmares. Who's slapping the microwave? That hot dog is slapping around the inside of the microwave. Squeaky. Don't wake the dragon, yeah. Crow says 11-year-old Cynical was jealous of his friends during a slumber party and punched him in the face. I wasn't jealous, they threw something at me. They started it, dude. How to pee quietly. Yes, you learned that on this stream. Nita said, I was never quiet when my babies were little. They grew up and can sleep through a tornado. That's good. I'm giving life advice. I answered your Dragonite question. Sorry it was so late, though, Crow. I'm licking it off the floor. Use my toothbrush to clean it up? Oh, no. Hey, you guys like it. You like the insanity. That's the whole point of the live streams, dude. The rant master. Tacit wasn't here. I didn't go to his anniversary, though, so I don't, you know. Eye for an eye type of deal. I meant to go, though. I didn't, like, not go on purpose. Anita says I need one more dragon for Stella, so I just keep on getting those dupes. If you need one more dragon for Stella, then stop opening eggs. If you have 5 out of 6 dragons for any of the 3, stop opening eggs. You know, just look for the 1 dragon in the Soul Forge. If you are 5 out of 6 on any of the 3, stop opening all eggs. And just wait for the 1 dragon that you need to come through the Soul Forge. Except for floral dragons, I guess, because floral dragons you can't do that yet. But, did you say floral? You said Stella. So Stella, like all of Stella's dragons will come through the Soul Forge eventually for 2,000 Dragonite. So the most you'll ever have to wait is like 12 weeks, but it shouldn't be 12 whole weeks. So if I was you, Anita, I would stop opening all eggs and wait for that 1 dragon that you need to come through the Soul Forge. Because who cares? Like, quit the randomness of opening eggs. Like, it's not worth it. You know you're going to keep getting dupes. You'll save Dragonite in the long run, I promise. Like, I know the 1 dragon costs 2,000 Dragonite, but do you think you're really going to get, in the next 4 eggs, are you really going to get the 1 that you need? Probably not. Like, how many dupes do you have? You know? It's more of a sure thing if you just wait for the 1 dragon you need for 2,000 Dragonite than it would be to open 4 eggs and hope for the 1 that you need. Most likely you're just going to get more dupes. You might get lucky, but I would go for the sure thing. You know me. I don't like any or troops or anything like that. I always go for the sure thing. So if I had 5 out of 6 of any dragon, except for Floral, because you can't do that yet. But if I was 5 out of 6 on Diamantina or 5 out of 6 on Stellaryx, I would quit opening eggs, and I would wait for that dragon that I need to come through the Soul Forge. This is Divinian Field, so this is the next Guild Wars restriction. So we got Astral Mother, Immortal Nipple Fobs. We got Nipple Fobs. We got the World Breaker. Katari King. Okay, so Katari King is probably an integral part of the next Guild Wars. I just got him the other day opening Glory Keys, by the way. So he's only level 19, but he has 50% start for Centaurs, and a lot of the troops from Divinian Fields are going to be Centaur. As you can see, Centaur, 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 Centaur. They might all be Centaurs. Okay, that's not. Centaur. Most of them are Centaur. So this guy right here is probably going to be on your team. Your Guild Wars Divinian Fields team. Our second ever. Is our second Guild Wars ever? Is it number 2 or number 3? I think it's number 2, right? So we had Broken Spire, and now we have Divinian Fields. So I'm guessing this guy's going to be on most teams for Guild Wars. For offensive Guild Wars, at least. 50% start for Centaurs. deals damage to 3 enemies and then creates 3 to 6 times 3 wild cards, so he's not bad either. There's almost no reason to not at least put this dude on your team for your Guild Wars team. So there's some solid advice for you. The Qatari King, I would throw him on your team right away for Guild Wars. Make sure you have him fully folied by the Guild Wars, though. Like, I'll probably just orb him up and, you know, I don't know. But Qatari King would be good. Centuragon, maybe. He's a centaur. He's probably one of the better things from Divinian Fields. The one dude's going to put up wild cards. This thing has a 10% chance to devour for each wild card, and it converts skulls to wild cards. So it'd probably be some sort of Centuragon, Qatari King team. If we could put some skulls on the board, that'd be nice. Because then Centuragon could turn those skulls into wild cards. So if there's something that we could use that does skulls, which I don't know if there is. Maybe a weapon? Do we gotta use... I forget how it went the first time. Do we gotta use Divinian Fields weapons for Guild Wars, or can we use any weapon? You guys remember? Yeah, me and Tacit's anniversaries are really close. It's kind of weird, right? He started 1 year before me in I think the same month, or within a month. Be like our birthdays being the same, but me being 1 year older or him being 1 year older or something. Our anniversaries are really close. He's just he's been doing it a whole year longer than me. I'm the second longest Gems of War channel out there. You have 6 dupes on a couple, so think about that. If you open 4, would you be surprised if you got 4 dupes? If you got, like, pretty much 10 dupes, or 11, 12 dupes? 8 years of Cynical, yep. You watched an October 2023 vid of mine yesterday? Nice. I think I saw your comment. Anita says that IQ, what I'm in the process of doing, tired of dupes. I feel like they should change up the RNG if you have more. Yeah, obviously that's been the fix for a while that people suggest, is that, you know, like with your guild seals, when you open those, you get the guardians, but you stop getting them once you get enough to fully ascend. Like, they don't keep giving you guardians over. You're not getting finesse and ferocity and cunning and stuff like that forever. Like, once you get enough and you fully ascend them and you have like 4 copies or whatever, they stop dropping. So it's a mechanic that's already in the game. So they're just screwing us by letting us get like 1,000,000 dragons, because they already have that mechanic in the game where they could, okay, you got 4 duplicates of the same dragon, so it's going to stop dropping out of the eggs. They could do that because it's already in the game, but they don't do it, you know? So they want you to keep getting duplicates. So be smarter than them and just stop opening eggs and wait for the dragon. That's why they added the dragon to the Soul Forge. It's like their little instead of doing the thing where they stop giving you duplicates from the eggs, they decided that that's going to be their fix. So they're going to charge you 2,000 Dragonite instead. Yeah, he's definitely in the key drop table because I got him. I was opening like a bunch of glory last night just for fun. And we got a new mythic this weekend, so I was trying for stuff I didn't have, just to see what I could get. And I didn't get any new mythics, but I did get Qatari King and Death Gaunt and a couple other things I needed. 1 year and 1 week apart. Nothing surprises me on the RNG. 10 copies of Garnishaland? Dang. Let's look at my dragon. Okay, so for Divinian Fields, like Chad asked that question, or kind of just said a statement, but I would say Qatari King and Centuragon would be a good start. And then we would have to know, like, what... Can we use all our weapons, or do we just use Divinian Fields weapons? I forget. Because that would be the next question I would have. So I would make a Qatari King Centuragon team, and then I would need to know, like, what weapons we can use. Herdmaster's okay as, like, a mana generator. We go through, like, all of them. Astro Mother's, like, okay. Her true damage is pretty weak, though. Sagittarian, he's not going to be getting double damage, and it's pretty weak. He could do 3 true damage, so I probably wouldn't use him. And regular Sagittarian is just single target damage. I probably would not use him. The World Breaker, You know, physical damage, it's not that much, and then he's got a high mana cost, so I probably wouldn't use him. Never use tarot cards. Artema's okay, if you have, like, nothing else. He's got 40% dodge and 50% and 20... He's got good traits, and, you know, decent if you don't have other things, I guess. Artema's okay. Oniros, not very good, but a summon, I guess. Orion, not very good. Anthea. If you're doing some sort of yellow team, yellow loop, maybe. Wendigo, not very good. Katari King, definitely on the team. Or Aerie, I think got a little bit of a buff, right? Hits all enemies, does the Star Storm. It's kind of okay like Artema. It's not definitely on the team, but it's not horrible. Atlanta's good. You know, like low-level beginners that are doing Guild Wars, you know, might use Atlanta. I think Centurion would be better and Katari King would be better, but she could be on the team and not be horrible, you know. Aspasia is kind of crappy. Bullataurus is crappy. Centurion is good and should be one of your options. Feyhound. I always kind of liked Feyhound, but probably not. Discordia. Nah, it's a tower killer. Death Gaunt. Probably not. Chiron. Probably not. Herney. Probably not. Hippolyta. No. Unless you're doing like the... Okay, I'm going to do Hippolyta and Anthea and try to do some yellow loop, but they don't loop as good as they used to, so probably not. Unless you have it like on Shiny level 3 or something. Nightwing, probably not. It's got the yellow and purple. Ragnagord's okay, like mana generator. 50% start. It would be in there, kind of like Atlanta and Aerie. I'd probably consider it. Katari Warrior, this is another one I just got the other day. It's available now. Puts wild cards up, I guess. 50% start. Probably be an option. Astral Spirit's always an option for, like, if you want to, if somebody's doing like an empowered, double empowered converter thing, you can drain their mana. Remove all gems of a chosen color, deal true damage to the first enemy. What? It's not the one I was thinking, was it? It's not the one I was thinking, never mind. Zebrator. Maybe if you have it on Shiny level 3, but probably doubt it. This guy might be a good tank. He'd probably be in the conversation as a tank. Centaur Elder, probably not. Probably not. Herdmaster would be in the conversation as a mana generator. No, no. 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 Probably not. I don't know. Maybe. Maybe if you have nothing else. Empowered. I don't know. Probably not, though. Maybe if you need a summon, but probably not. No. Maybe if you're super low level. Probably not. So yeah, that's my Divinion Fields, you know, review. Katari King and Centurion and a hero with the weapon. And then either like Ragnagord or Herdmaster or something like that. We'll go over... Whoa, look at this. I need both of these. Examples of me buying offers with gems. Bang, bang. Let's get my mail, too. Lance Platt, thank you so much for the 10. Running out there, joining the party. Joining the party, thank you so much. Appreciate it. Laying down the pimp juice during a burnout. Parking lot DJ, sliding in sideways. Leaving all the doors open, going inside. Buying brewskis, scratchers. Smokes. Leaving the music way up, all the doors open. Taking up 3 different parking spots. Everybody at the gas pumps doing air guitar with their gas pump. Their nozzle. We are the parking lot DJ. We know what you want to listen to. We leave it on for you while we're in there, buying our scratchers, our brewskis, and our smokes. You know there's a guy like that out there. You've seen it before. The parking lot DJ. You've jumped in their car and turned it to its raining men. You jumped into their car and took off and parked it somewhere weird where they couldn't find it. You stole their car before. You know who you are. You know who they are. Alright. Let's get back to vault keys, because I said oops all vault keys. We've only opened like 100. Tyrion says, Underspire chest or RNG on RNG. I tried to open 7 to 10 per week. In 18 months, I got 16 troops, just under 1 per month. Dang. Yeah, Sentinels are hard to get all. You're the only person I know that has all of them, I think. Did Tacit ever get all the Sentinels? Like, he would be the other person I would guess might have them. If I was going to guess 2 people that have all Sentinels, I would say Tyrion Shark and maybe Tacit. 126 gems. I only got 5 out of 6. Funky Town is here. Haven't you finished the game yet, Tyrion? Oh, you're free, Tyrion. Dude, there's a lot of gifted the last couple days, too. Crow says, does Moist Owlet Pet give all elementals a bonus? What is a team bonus? We'll go check it out. Moist Owlet. You know me, I don't really care about pet bonuses very much. I don't really worry about it. I think if you don't worry about pet bonuses at all, you'd be just fine. Some people over worry about it, and they try to get every pet in the game, and it really doesn't make that big of a difference. 132 gems. Moist Owlet. Let's look at pets. Let's look at, I think it's a, is it a Nexus pet? Or is that... Anyway, let's do A to Z. So M. Yeah, it is a Nexus pet. So you get team bonus elemental. So yeah, if your whole team is elemental, you get a little bonus. Increase this bonus at levels 5, 10, 15, and 20. So we could probably see that somewhere. I forget how you see it. Isn't invasion like elemental, right? So everything we're using here is elemental. How do you see like all your bonuses for a team? I never do this 'cause I don't really care, but might have to go into the fight. Let's go into the fight. It might be like in the fight. Brandon got gifted a membership by Chad. Thank you so much, Chad. Sent 1 membership. Tacit is missing. He only goes to Silver Orb now. That's... But he's gonna probably farm tokens. Alright, yeah, where do you see, like, your... Like, how much stats you're getting from what? I always forget that. How do you do that? You guys remember? Maybe it's not here. You can see like what you're, maybe it's you have to get into the place where you can see like all the stats you're getting for a team. Troop menu. Okay, I'm on troop menu. Scroll to bonuses. Oh, I'm an idiot. Alright, so here we go. So... So where's our Moist Owlet at, then? We got 3 unique Nexus troops. 3 unique Nexus troops. 4 unique Elemental troops. Maybe it's just showing that one, but there's also the Moist Owlet. Kingdom bonuses, guild bonuses, renown bonuses. 3 unique Nexus troops, 3 unique Nexus troops, 4 unique Elemental troops. Dun, 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 dun. That might be part of Moist Outlet, right? Yeah. So it's just showing the magma pillar. There's probably other ones too. But those are the stats I'm getting from pets for having elementals on my team. So 8 attack, 8 magic, 16 HP. But that's not just the Moist Outlet. That's like the combination of all the pets that give an elemental bonus based on how many elementals I have on a team. So if I was using no elementals, I wouldn't get any stats for the Moist Outlet or the Magma Pillar or whatever. You know, and I have a lot of pets and stuff. Like, a normal person might not even get that much. It looks like a lot. I mean, 8 magic is decent. But think of it as like a passive thing and not something you like try for, really. I feel like pets are more of like a passive bonus. Like extra a little bit of stats. Unless it's like a specific, like the one that's for Guard's Avatar. Like if you use Guard's Avatar all the time and you know it's just going to increase your stats for Guard's Avatar. Like you're not going to use elementals every single fight for the rest of your life. So it's nice to get all the pets and stuff and like ascend them, but I don't know. I just let it happen. I don't really chase them too hard. And then it's kind of treated as like a passive stat. It's never really made a difference for me that much. Like 16 HP is definitely not making a difference. You know? You're probably not going to survive like super deep based on 16 HP. You know, 8 magic is the best part about it. That probably adds like 8 damage to your Chrysantherax. But I mean, like all the stuff together here is cool. But it's really just 8 magic from pets. These are the 3 pet things. Like 31 armor, a little bit of durability, like I guess. 36 HP and 31 armor. So we might be able to take like an extra hit because of pets. But I don't know, don't go too crazy like worrying about what pets kind of bonus the pet's doing or giving, because it doesn't even apply to every team, every situation. Like it applies if it applies, but there's like 2 different sides of the spectrum. Like some people think the only pet that applies is the one that you put on your shoulder. That's wrong. You know, everything applies that you have in your stable. But then other people have it the whole other wrong way, thinking like pets are really important and they're going to give you tons of stats. So it's like somewhere in the middle at least. You know, the pet doesn't matter that's on your shoulder, but also getting every single pet in the game fully ascended is not like that much of a difference maker. So it's somewhere in the middle, like always. Don't over worry about pets and bonuses the pets are giving you. The best ones to get are like Lucky, Mini Mimic, and Moon Moon, because they will apply to every single fight you do with every single team you use. So that's the type of pets I'm looking for. Like, if I was going to go out of my way for any pet, it would be Lucky, Moon Moon, and Mini Mimic. So they apply to everything you do in the game all the time. Doesn't matter what troops you're using, what team you're using. Moist Outlet will only apply if you're using elementals, and hopefully like a whole team of elementals to actually do anything. A lot of the times you're going to use like 1 elemental, 1 beast, 1 undead, and like your hero. You know, you might be using like 2 elementals, and then it's barely giving you anything. I showed you where we're using all elementals, so that those stats look good because we're using all elementals, but that doesn't always happen. Like the team we're opening our guild key, our vault keys with, probably has no rhyme, like nothing is gonna be the same, right? So we got an elemental dragon, we got an undead. Okay, so we got 2 undeads and 2 elementals. But our whole team is not like all elemental or all undead or all beast or all from the same kingdom. Like, this is the best team in the game. And like, the pet bonuses we're probably getting from this team isn't crazy, like, game-changing. You know, this is a dragon from Nexus that's an elemental. And this is an undead from Kitar. You know, and this is a elemental construct from Bright Forest, Sunken Fleet. Like, the only time that really, like, pets do anything is when you use, like, your whole team is from the same kingdom and is the same typing. And then, like, you'll get some good stats from pets. So, you know, it's not that big of a deal, really. I mostly think about pets in terms of kingdom level and power, and I only need 3 or 4 of them, and Mini Mimic, Moon Moon, and Lucky apply to every single fight. And then like pets that go to specific troops that are really good. Like if there was a pet for High King Iron Gut that would give it extra attack, that'd be awesome. The pet for Guard's Avatar that's gonna make it hit a little bit harder. That's awesome. But like Moist Owlet giving elementals extra stats, like I don't really think about that as much.
Mana surge.
Not saying I'm 100% correct for not thinking about it very much, but I'm just telling you, like, the way I play the game, I just don't really care about pet bonuses other than Mini Mimic, Moon Moon, and Lucky, and then specific troop pets. Oh, you didn't get Qatari King, Daniel? You got 4 new mythics? Nice. Friday, yeah, is a new mythic. Tons of legendaries, yep. Top 3 pets, just because they affect every single fight, Like Moist Owlet, if you keep track of like how many fights Moist Owlet affects for you in like 1 month, it's not very many. It is for Elemental though, which is a really used typing. If you thought of like an other typing that you don't use very often, like Centaurs or something. If you have 2, 3, 4 pets for Centaurs, how often are those pets even doing anything? How often do you use Centaurs? If you keep track through a whole month of how often those pets apply to anything in the game ever that you do, it's like barely ever, Because all they do is boost Centaurs or boost whatever, you know what I mean? Like, the example of Moist Owlet was not good because elementals are good and you use elementals a lot. There's a pet for Centaurs or some other typing we don't use very often. Those pets never do anything. Barely ever. And a lot of pets, same thing with mythics. Half the mythics aren't very good. Well, a lot of the pets are going to apply to things you're never going to use, like Centaurs. Moon Moon's for souls, Mini Mimics for gold, and Lucky's for XP. Yep. Lucky was the first pet added to the game, and I spent gems the 3rd time it dropped to make mine first max pet for the achievement. Yeah, I definitely spent some gems on those, I think. Like getting pet baskets and stuff. I wanted those fully ascended for sure. That's what I'm saying. Like the difference between getting Mini Mimic fully ascended, like you would go out of your way and spend gems and chase it down and try to get it done, use an orb on it or something. And then like some Centaur pet that applies to Centaurs, sometimes I'd just ignore it and not even get it. Like I don't care to go out of my way to get it because it's not going to do too much. Especially once you have your 3, 4 pets for a kingdom power. Somewhere in the middle though. You know how it goes. Some people think that only the pet on your shoulder applies, which isn't true. That would mean like no other pet matters except for the one you have on your shoulder. So that's not true, But then some people think like they got to get every single pet because they're going to get so many stats and it's going to always count. And, that's why they go so hard to get all the pets, but not knowing that more than half the pets probably don't apply to a lot of fights you're doing. Like you saw when I looked at my one team, like there's probably like 6 out of however many pets there are in the game, like 6 of them were applying to that team. Other than like Mini Mimic, Moon Moon, and Lucky who apply to every single fight in the game, Like some people go into their stats and they're like, look how much stats I'm getting from my pets. I think of it the other way around. Like, look at all the pets that aren't applying to that fight right now. Like, ooh, 6 of your pets are making you have a little bit of extra stats. Think of the other 1,000 pets that are doing nothing during that fight, though. If, like, you use this team for everything, if you're using a Rowan team for everything, or you're using a Chrysantherax team for everything, or you're using a Tesla team for a lot of stuff, like, a lot of the time, only like 5 or 6 or 10 of the pets are applying when there's like 1,000 of them. Alright, how long have I been going? Ooh, almost 2 hours. So yeah, I think I'm gonna go about 2 hours today. I got some other stuff I gotta do today, but it's an extra live stream. You guys have been extra nice, and I appreciate it. We had to do it today, because it's literally the day. It's our 8-year anniversary, so we had to post a Gems of War live stream, because Gems of War is like, I gotta give thanks to Gems of War, man. You know, gotta give thanks to the Gems of War community. You guys got my channel going. You guys got me monetized. You guys are keeping me relevant, pretty much. Sometimes I talk down on it, because these days, you know, definitely changed over the years. Like, the community is not the same as it used to be, like, in total. There's a lot of cool people in the community still, but there's also a bunch of, you know, weirdos. I don't know. I don't want to go too far, because I'm super thankful. I appreciate it. I wouldn't be here without Gems of War, probably, you know. I just think things have changed, and people, I always stay the same, I don't change, but you know how people are. They change like the wind, like their underwear. They always want to be like somebody else and do what somebody else is doing. They're not their own person. A lot of people out there like that. It's hard to deal with over 8 years. People changing up all the time. Going with the next fad or hot thing or their new best friend every week. I respect loyalty and not always changing. Every time changing like you change your underwear every day. Crow says, does anyone know exactly is a team bonus 2.5? I mean, it's just added into the stats. It's showing you how much stats it's giving you. I don't know exactly. You know, team bonus is a hard thing to explain. There's team score, which is different than team bonus, right? I think it's just saying, like, it's giving you extra stats for using a certain amount of elementals. Like, your team is getting a bonus because you're using a certain amount of elementals. But Tyrion might be able to explain it in a better way. Like I said, I'm not the big pet guy to be explaining pet bonuses and stuff like that. I tried my best. My advice is not worry about it too much. If you have no moist outlet at all, and you have a fully ascended moist outlet, and you know one team had no moist outlet and the other team had a fully ascended moist outlet, you would not be able to tell the difference. You know what I mean? Like, no one would be able to tell the difference. Alright, let's get down to 475 keys. We'll do like, you know, until we get down to that. Get down to a nice little round number. And I gotta go and get some other stuff done today, sorry. Do appreciate y'all being here though. Let's get down to 475. Let's do like 12 more. Hopefully we get something good. Thanks, Crow. Love to hear. I try to entertain. My best. You know, some people don't like it. I got like this weird Theo Von type of humor where I just randomly say ranty, weird, rambling, whatever's the next thought in my head, you know? It's way better than complete silence, right? Somebody not saying anything or barely talking or only talking about the game, you know? I like it. I like doing it. Kind of like freestyling. It's like how I do my like little pre-recorded videos. I'll usually do them in one take. Some people out there making YouTube videos are like redoing every line. Have you ever seen like a singer or like a rapper or like somebody in the studio like punching in? Have you ever seen that before? It's crazy. They like say like a word. Like, keep that one, and then they say the next word, and then they like keep that one, like then they say one line and they're like, let me redo it. And they say the line. Let me redo it. And then they say the line. Let me redo it. And then they say the line. They finally get it right. Okay, keep that one. And then they redo the whole thing until they get it right, and then they redo the whole thing and add like a word, and then they save it, and then they redo the whole thing and add a word and save it, and then they redo the whole thing and add a sentence and then save it, and then it takes them forever just to get like a little 2-minute song out or 3-minute song out because they're constantly redoing stuff and punching in and stuff. I always respected like freestyling or, you know, being able, like, you got the next thing in your brain like ready to go instead of like having to edit so hard or redo stuff over and over and over and over and over and over. There's people out there just re-recording the same sentence 50 times until they get it right, you know? So sometimes my rants and my rambles are crazy, but I think it's impressive sometimes. I can just keep going and going and going. Just keep saying different new things, even if it don't make sense. So it's Wednesday. Get your pet, right? Hopefully you're already doing your guild event. Hopefully you're pretty deep in your guild event. We want to get those done by Friday. Shouldn't be too hard. It's the easiest guild event in the game, so a lot of you out there should have your guild event done by Friday, I hope. That way you're not doing that on the weekend during the vault event. If you're doing the Underspire, which I would definitely recommend. You know, I got Trey doing it now. There's people that have asked me, like, why do you do the Underspire? And you think I should start doing it? I'm like, yes, you know, do it. This is why, you know. Getting orbs. Everybody needs orbs. It's very good. It's guaranteed loot that you would love to have from a vault key or something. And it's like sitting there waiting for you. Kind of like epic trials. Everybody chases pets, but then they don't do their epic trials. It's confusing to me. People doing Explore 12, but they're not doing Underspire. Like, there's an easier road that you're not doing, but you're going out of your way to like grind something that's not that worth it. You got to play the game. I'm just giving you like the path, the way to play the game that will give you the most value and like the most valuable things to be doing on the game every day. Like right now, is there any reason to play Arena? Like they made it to where there's like almost no reason to play Arena now. There's no event at all for Arena. Like I was thinking about that yesterday. Like I haven't played Arena in a while. I was thinking that. And I'm like, well, what's my incentive really to play it? Like what's your incentive to play Treasure Hunt and Arena? The only reason to play Arena is to get a couple extra offers, I guess. But you could go, I don't know. I feel like I could use my own argument against myself. Like, I like Arena. I think it makes you better at the game. But the only thing it really does for you is give you like 3 extra offers a day. And those offers could be crap. Like you could do all that effort for nothing. Like you could get crappy offers. It's not like guaranteed that you get good offers out of the Arena. Or something that you need. So you'd be better served like going just super hard in the vault. You know, grinding for verses, you get more merchant offers, you get more angels. You can get more offers that way instead, which would be way more valuable and a better usage of your time than doing Arena 3 times a day. Just go harder in the vault, get more merchant offers while you're farming verses. Be kind of the same thing as, almost the same thing. They're kind of slightly different offers, but they got stuff in this game that, like, there's no reason to do it at all. You think they would fix that? Think they would fix, like, there's literally no reason to play Treasure Hunt right now. Why don't they fix that? Give us a reason to go play one of your game modes that are in the game. There's pretty much no reason to play Arena right now. They took the whole event out. There used to at least be an event. Now there's not even an event. And if you wanted offers, you would just go harder in the vault and get more merchant offers probably. So the only reason to play Arena right now is just to get better at the game, kind of. It's like literally just practice. But why even have 2 game modes in the game that are just for nothing? Like, make them do something. I would say just with Treasure Hunt, just make, like, put Dragonite in there or something that people want. And double everything. Like, double every reward that's there. And it wouldn't hurt anything at all to double everything. And then throw some Dragonite in there and, like, and some other stuff that we actually want that's newer. Dragonite's just the best example. Like, maybe some orbs. Maybe some, you know, guaranteed. If you get a safe, maybe you have maybe you get a certain orb, like a bronze orb or something. I don't know. or a small minion orb or something. Like, give us stuff we actually need in the treasure hunt, and then we would actually, it'd be smart to play it. Right now, it's stupid to play treasure hunt. You might as well go play Tetris or something else. But give us a reason to play a game mode that's in the game. It's weird. In Arena, there's no reason to play that right now for real. They would have to, like, put the event back in the game somehow, and then make a leaderboard, and then, like, quadruple the rewards or something. I don't know. And you know me, I like Arena. I think it makes you better at the game. But it is, you could say it's a waste of time. Especially now. Use my own argument against me. Like, why not just do the vault event? Alright. I think that's it, y'all. I did 2 hours. Channelversary. Started this channel way back in the day on my PS4. I don't even think it's up anymore, but I did like a live stream just to like, one day I was sitting there with one of my sons, I think, and I was like, what if we live stream? Like, I was just joking around. Like, what if we live stream this right now? Just because it was an option. And I live streamed it, and then it made me like start looking around, and you know, shout out to Tacit because I saw him, you know, and I'm like, hey, what if I did a channel? Always give him props to him, but I probably wouldn't be here without him too, you know? Without Tacit, without Gems of War, I wouldn't be here. So shout out to them. And all y'all. Definitely wouldn't be here without all y'all. Especially now. Way back when, the reason was Gems of War and Tacit. But nowadays, it's you guys. So appreciate you guys. Still being around and stuff. It's the only reason I'm still going. You guys. Thank you so much. Yeah, we made it 8 years. We did it. I was worried. Like February, March, towards the end of the year last year. You know, early 2024, late 2024, early 2025. Like, I got worried a few times that we weren't going to make it to the 8-year anniversary, but we made it. You think we're going to make 9? What about 10? I don't know, y'all. I threaten to quit about every other month these days. We should take bets. Yo, Lance, thank you for the 2. Appreciate it. We should take bets. How much longer? Are we going to make it to the 9-year anniversary? Are we going to make it to the 10-year anniversary? Are we ever going to do face cam? I'm really coming around to the idea. If I'm going to keep doing this, like, it's like kind of like, I don't know. If, I don't know, man. It's something I just need to do if I'm going to keep going. I need to just do the stupid face cam. If I'm going to be a streamer, then I got to do it. If I failed, I suck, I'm not, like, you didn't even try to do the face cam, though. I gotta at least try it, I would say. I gotta at least try it before we fail all the way. Or I can't say I tried everything. Be like if I did pre-recorded videos trying to edit more and put in the fart sounds and the words on the screen like you all are stupid. Like, here's the mid-level team. You didn't listen to what I was saying, so I'm going to put the text on the screen for you. Because you're not listening. So I got to put it in words in your face on the screen because I think everybody's an idiot. Here, we're doing Vault, like, write it everything on the screen, like, in big freaking letters. Because I think you're all stupid. I never wanted to do that. Like, I'm playing Gems of War! Make it fireworks go off and words go on the screen and fart noises. I am doing the Vault event. This is the high-level team. High-level team. Because you don't listen and you're a dummy. So I'm going to put the words on the screen for you. Because I think everybody that watches me is stupid. I never wanted to do that. I don't want to be an editor, so I think I'll be a streamer. Maybe I'll do face cam. That's the road. Yeah, I know not everybody does face cam, right? I know a lot of people I watch don't. And I've never thought it was like a must. But, I don't know. I might have to try it. I can't quit you, yeah. Watching me get upset or ranting may be more entertaining. It could be. You could have watched me slap the microwave earlier. you know? Thank you, Jets. Bye, one. Treasure hunt was your favorite, Crow? Everybody had their treasure hunt time. Everybody did it for at least a month or two. We can't... It's something we all did. Yeah. You can't make fun of anybody for playing treasure hunt because it's something everybody did at one point. We all did it. You know, it's just how we did. Hopefully, you just never do it again. Yeah. You know, you had a drink or two and drove one time. You know, you got away with it. You just never did it again though, because you know it's not right. It's bad. Don't do it. It'd be like having a drink or two and driving or something. That's not very good, right? Not supposed to do that. You did it that one time when you were 18 or 19 or 21 or 22. You got away with it. You speeding. What about speeding? Yeah. Speed limit's 45. You went 65. You got away with it. But you know it's not right. You probably shouldn't be doing that. Just don't do it anymore, and you'll be fine. So just don't. We all played treasure hunt, right? But we just don't do it anymore. As long as we don't do it anymore, we're good to go. You know, just stop doing it. You'll be all right. You're gonna go blind. Quit playing treasure hunt, or you're gonna go blind. I'm telling you. Your hands are gonna get all hairy. It's okay. Just stop now. Everybody did it. Everybody's done it. You know, couldn't help ourselves. Couldn't help ourselves. But you're gonna go blind, dude. You're gonna get a hairy palm. You gotta stop at some point, and it's fine. We all stopped at some point. Yeah, it's just not very. We all did it though at one point. It's all right. But we all stopped, and we don't do it anymore. All right, y'all. We'll see ya. Thanks for joining me today. Oh, dude, I forgot about Mordheim. I gotta write that down. Crow, you gotta be talking about it more. I tried Path of Exile, Crow, and nobody wanted me to play that. So we try stuff. We've tried stuff over the years. You can go look. 8 years of trying stuff. You know, I do play Gems of War and EverQuest and pretty much From Software games a lot of the time, but not every single video that I've ever done is just those three. We tried stuff. We definitely did. We tried Puzzle Quest. We tried Path of Exile. We tried Final Fantasy VII. We tried every single From Software game. We tried stuff. We tried the Marvel Puzzle Quest or whatever it was called. We tried a lot of stuff over the years. That's people's answer sometimes. Like, why don't you play new games? I've tried before. I played Elden Ring like right when it came out. I played Sekiro like right when it came out. I played Final Fantasy VII like right when it came out. I was playing Path of Exile when Path of Exile 2 was coming out like in the next month or two. Don't work for me for some reason. Like, play a new game. I gotta play a new game that has a niche audience of like 10,000. Instead of like a blockbuster AAA game. Like, I need a nice little Gems of War that has like 10,000 to 50,000 players or something, instead of some crazy AAA game. Yeah. Yeah, we should have done a team eventually. I think I even told Mark I would team up at one point, but you're probably way too high level now, Mark, huh? I team up with Trey on EverQuest. I don't never do it. I used to team up with Faceless One on EverQuest. It's not impossible. Streaming Friday? That's what I want to do. I feel like I should stream, and like pre-recorded videos aren't the way to go. I tried them for a little bit. I just don't know how it's gonna be. Like, is for the From Soft Cheese, for example. Like, I don't want to stream that. And then am I gonna stream EverQuest all the time too? I think Gems of War I'm definitely gonna stream. So like Monday, Tuesday, Friday, and Sunday. We'll start there. I think I'm going to start streaming Gems of War instead of putting out pre-recorded videos. Like, people used to say, like, thank you for bringing back the pre-recorded videos and the shorter videos and stuff, but I haven't heard that at all the last couple months. And I think we're streamers, and we're not, yeah. But yeah, like Monday, Tuesday, Friday, Sunday, I think is... We'll start there, at least. And then I might just live stream EverQuest, too. If you guys want to hang out while I play that. So it'd be Wednesday and Saturday for that. Then maybe there's one day a week I don't stream, like Thursday. Something like that. That's awesome, Crow. Say, hey, Gemma. I was going to bring Gemma today. Oh my god, you should, like, play Treasure Hunt all the time. All the pets are, like, so important.
Like, screw your weapons. Who cares? Who cares about mastery? Just always pick pink. Pink is the best color. Always pick pink for your mastery after every level. Like, oh my god. And like, the cute pets are the best. Only the cute pets. If you get any other pet, you got to put a cute pet on your shoulder. It gives you way more stats. Only play with dragons, that's all. Treasure hunt is the best. It's like, if you aren't playing treasure hunt, you're an idiot. And then do explore 5 with your fastest team. Explore 9 maybe, maybe 10. Do explore. Put your cutest pet on. And oh my god, you'll get like the most out of this game. So play treasure hunt every day. Play explore 10 with your cutest pet on your shoulder, and you'll get like everything in the game, I promise. Like, oh my god. Alright. We'll see y'all. Thanks for joining me today. Chad, Tyrion, Crow, Mark Nugent, Tyrion, Crow, Mark, Lance Platt. Thank you so much, bro. Appreciate you. MJK Jets, Juan, Crow, Tyrion, Daniel Lucas in the house. Henry Phillip in the house. Rain in the house. MJK Jets. Chad, the Clip Bomb with the gifted. Thank you so much with the Brandon. Funkytown, Texas. Been around a long time. Thanks for being here, dude. Anita was here today, so it wasn't a sausage party. Were you the only non-sausage? I think, Anita, you were here all by yourself today. You know that? It was mostly a sausage party. Where's all the ladies? The ladies always get sick of me way sooner. It's crazy. Except for Anita and Sauna, you know? We used to have a lot more. It used to be the place to be. If you were looking for some ladies, come here. But recently, it's pretty much just been Anita and Sauna. Lance Platt with the 10 as well. Thank you so much. We did. We leveled up to 8 today. We leveled up to 8. Got Tyrion. Used to have like what F Lee and Maka. I heard from Maka the other day though. Dr. Mops. Used to have Elgin's toy. Trying to think of all the ladies we used to have. Jets and Anita and JM Ricks. I haven't heard from Dr. Mops in a while. She used to check in every once in a while. JK Jets, Scott Schultz, Lance Platt, JM Ricks. Can Grim Caldero. It's YT Flames was here. Yoke the Ham was here. Scott was here. Anita with the 5 freaking gifted. Thank you so much. Appreciate you, you freaking legend. Making it a non-sausage event. Brian Walker was here today. Rain, Scott. And that's as far back as I can go. You're in the boys' locker, yep. Lots of nips out. Lots of nips. Alright. We'll see ya. Mark was here. Mark Bowden. We're out of here, man. Thanks for dropping by, though. 8 years, baby. We're gonna go for 9, maybe. We'll see. We're gonna take bets on it. Every other month, it's the end of the world for my channel. So, you know how it goes. Who knows? I'll probably still be here, though. You know me. I complain a lot, but I'm still here. That's old Cinny cool for you. Boil it down. He complains a lot, but he's here all the time still. You know? Anyway. Like, share, subscribe, consider joining helps a lot too. Go to the channel down below. And I will see y'all next time. Special super duper one more time thanks to Brian Walker for becoming a member. We must pray you are now a sinner and one with the choir. Brian, with your Reaper badge. We can tell you've been one before. Chad with a 2, of course. Trey with the 10. Let's go. Juan with the 1. Anita with the 5 gifted. Lance with the 10. Chad with the gifted. Lance with the 2. You guys keeping the channel going. Appreciate it. Super duper special shout out to those legends. But yeah, I better get some other stuff done today. I'll see you guys. I'll be back Friday. Friday for the new Mythic. Let's stream it. I'll see you then. Peace out. Why do I always hit the wrong button? Whenever it goes to the settings, that means I just hit the wrong button.